RD, we've been talking about football all week, but Eric Musselman's done a great job of promoting his program through the sellout and the series of videos. Hey, he should do something big on Saturday to make a splash for the basketball program in front of the fans, and most importantly, Nick Smith.
The
RD?
idea of him jumping out of – hey.
Now we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah,
okay.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I like the idea of him jumping out of a plane. I mean, if you want to impress a recruit, let's do that. I mean, I know I wouldn't do it, but with Coach Muss, the way he recruits and he thinks outside the box, let's do it.
That'd be a flyover of a different nature that would be never forgotten for sure.
No, it wouldn't.
So I was at the Northside Southside football game a couple of weeks ago, and they had 2 parachuters come in, one for each team, bringing the game ball, and it was like a race to see who could get to the field first. And that really got that place jacked up at Southside Stadium. I can't imagine what 76 to 80,000 people are going to do if that happened, and you realized, hey, it's Coach Muss coming in here from 10,000 feet.
That'd be pretty insane. I mean, that would be off the charts, and not only would that be a big deal in the stadium, it'd be a big deal nationwide. That'd get a lot of publicity. I think the insurance adjusters may have something to say about all that, but it's a great idea that we can talk about. We're not the ones jumping out of a finally of a good aircraft, of a finally working aircraft. So. No, this boy would never do it. I can assure you that.
Richard, Tommy just referenced Nick Smith coming in this week, and there's also going to be a lot of football talent that's going to be on display Saturday night. High school kids that are wanting to see Razorback atmospheres like. Who are some of the notables that are going to be making their way for officials and unofficials this weekend?
As of now, you're only going to have 2 official visits, and those are guys that are committed to them. The unofficials are the ones that I think most people are interested in, excited about the committed kids coming and visit, but the uncommitted and the underclassmen are the ones that people are paying attention to. 4-star Gentry Williams from Tulsa, Washington, 2022 prospect to Arkansas's recruiting as a DB, definitely one of the best athletes in the nation, bar none. Will be back in Fayetteville for the game, along with his 4-star 2023 wide receiver teammate Micah Tees. They'll be riding over from Tulsa. Anthony Brown, the defensive back from Tennessee, who was going to make a decision in July and is delayed it until September the 14th, which is next Tuesday. He'll be coming in for an unofficial visit. He made an official visit to Arkansas in June. Obviously, I think that bodes well for Arkansas for him to be visiting right next to his announcement date. And then Joey Sua, who visited last week as the 2023 offensive lineman from Bentonville, who moved in from California, who recently back in July 31st got an offer from Arkansas. 4-star 2023 quarterback for Avery Johnson from Mays, Kansas. He attended an Arkansas camp in June. He'll be on campus. 4-star 2023 athlete Mikel Pilot from Temple, Texas, and a name that a lot of people will recognize. 2024 receiver Ryan Wingo from St. Louis University, the younger brother of Ronnie Wingo. Ryan is the number 6 prospect in the nation, according to one service in his class, and been talking to his dad for years, and his dad said Ryan's going to be the best of his brothers, and obviously Ronnie went to the University of Arkansas, and Ramon went to the University of Missouri.
Richard, when you talk about unofficial visits, what do those look like in terms of what all do these young men go through? Because I know they're not given much, but what does an unofficial visit compared to an official visit look like for high school recruits?
Unofficial visits usually last anywhere from 3, 5, maybe 6 hours, where official visits obviously are expensive. All expenses are paid, and that's a 2-day visit, 48-hour max. The kid can be on your campus. And then you pretty much do everything you do on an official visit. Not everything, but most things. But it's just a much more condensed version. you usually check in, you talk to the coaches, and then Coach Pittman and the staff introduce themselves. You tour the facilities. You learn about academics and academic support. Usually talk to a professor of your major, meet with the coaches and watch film and talk about how you'd be utilized if you became a Razorback. But all that is, you getting there and all that. That's if you eat dinner during unofficial, pay market value for that dinner or lunch. And then, a lot of times recruits and parents will have a Q&A session with players without coaches in the room. And then, it's just you pretty much, like I said, you do a lot of what you do on official visits, but it's a much more compact type visit.
Richard Davenport with us here, recruiting Thursday in the Morning Rush. We're live at the Stadium Shop on South Razorback in Fayetteville. You went through that long list of unofficials and the 2 official visits. I saw on Facebook where 3 younger quarterbacks were going to be coming, including Kane Archer from Greenwood, who's gotten some publicity for a kid in the 8th grade who's got several more years to play before you get to college. Already an offer from Michigan and Missouri. But from what I've seen on social media, he's going to be in Fayetteville this weekend, taking in the atmosphere at the University of Arkansas.
Yeah, he is, along with E.J. Colson, who's a 2025 quarterback with an offer from Arkansas from Fort Valley, Georgia. Then you also have Avery, who I just talked about, Avery Johnson, and Jackson Arnold from Denton, Texas. He's a 2023 quarterback, a 4-star. He'll be coming in. But, that's an impressive list. And you're thinking about the future, and that the best thing to do is get these kids on campus and try to get them back on campus, at a later date and next spring or next summer.
When's the last time you covered a kid that was in the 8th grade that already had 2 Power 5?
I think, Richard, some people see that he's got an offer from Michigan, an offer from Missouri, speaking of Kane Archer, and they wonder why Arkansas hasn't offered him. And I think you've talked about this before, but it's really hard to go back on an offer on an in-state kid. The optics on that doesn't look as good. Now, Michigan, Missouri, it doesn't really matter to them, but you've mentioned that, I think, before, and that's why Arkansas, to this point, hasn't offered Kane.
Well, and plus, I mean, he's still playing, 9th grade football. I mean, as at high school level, and that's not to say he's not deserving. It just you obviously most of the time, the vast majority of the time, you evaluate kids that are going into high school or into high school, and it's just very unusual. And especially in-state guy, yeah, you definitely, like you said, you offer a young man, and then have to say no, we're not going to honor that. That's a PR kind of a nightmare type situation, and you can kind of burn a lot of bridges. Not only just with that kid and that family and that community, but those coaches at that particular school.
Richard, we'll let you go on this one. This game is the spotlight game of the week. When you look at the SEC schedule, we're sitting here at the Stadium Shop. The TV here is on the SEC Network. They've spent a lot of time inside their morning program, highlighting and talking about Arkansas and having different features and segments on it. What is the publicity of this week, this game, the hype in our state, what Musselman's done that we kind of started with, the whole ball of wax? What does it do in your mind from a recruiting angle to lift the profile, not just of the football program, but the university from an athletic standpoint as a whole?
Well, let's face it, the last few years, Arkansas really hasn't done anything in a big game, and you have an opportunity in a packed house. This probably will be the best atmosphere in my opinion, since the 2009 Alabama game. If Arkansas can win the game, obviously that helps them nationally and starts to turn heads, because kids, the last few years, if you're say a junior prospect, last few years going up through junior high to high school, Arkansas has been, not even mediocre. And for them to be able to maybe pull out this game and do it on a big stage in a great atmosphere and with a lot of kids on campus, that's huge. And obviously you got to back that up with some more W's, but that's a very, very good start.
Richard, we really appreciate your insight as always. Enjoy the game on. Hopefully we'll have some good recruiting news next week, not just in Arkansas football, but basketball as well.
Sounds good, guys. We'll see you.
It's that time of the year again, and all eyes are now turning to football as teams are back on the gridiron to start the football season. As always, BetOnline is your #1 spot for all of the pro and college football action this season. Get all of the updated odds, props, and contests, including the online's biggest $500,000 NFL mega contest, the world's largest 200,000 NFL Survivor contest, open now at BetOnline. Here's what you have to do. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 100% welcome bonus. Take advantage of their opening day super promo. Make a bet on the Thursday, September 9th season opener between the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. And if you lose, your wager's going to be refunded for up to $25 for new customers only when signing up and using the promo code NFL100. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts.